Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Louis Learns Stuff. Today, we're joined by one of the greatest... What's your name again? Greatest people ever to grace the stage. And also, you should meet him and hear his stories. And often when I'm washing my feet and really giving them a good scrub, I think, you know who's a good man? Elliot. Welcome, Elliot. Welcome to the pod. How are you today?
Good. I'm black.
We'll cut that. It's cool. Wow. Elliot, starting strong. So Elliot,
Why do you
What should we
why do you
talk
think
about
about me when you're washing your feet?
no, I don't. I just made that up.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That'll be
But
fine.
now next time I probably will.
Yeah.
So that's good for somebody. Elliot. So I like to start the show with some fan questions.
Okay.
I say that like we've done that in any of the other shows. Okay, Elliot. So one fan said, Elliot D. What's the D stand for?
Dismal.
Elliot Dismal. Okay. I'm going to scratch out cock here, which isn't even with a D. I don't know why they said cock. Is it cock?
Who are the fans?
I just wrote these.
Okay, fine. Oh, that's very sweet.
Okay, Elliot. Were you named after Billy Elliot?
I don't think so. No.
Missy Elliot?
I think she was just coming out as I was born, so unlikely.
Okay. Or
I actually don't
who
know.
were you named after? Were you just named?
I don't know if there was a specific. I was supposed to be called Scott.
What happened?
My mum didn't like the name Scott.
Oh, yeah.
My
Mums choose. Mums
Well,
choose the names.
I was supposed to be called Scott Walker because that's a musician my dad likes.
And Scott Walker Dallas.
I'm Walker in the middle.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow, that would have been, you would have been like country singer.
yeah.
Or, big
but-
time.
Yeah, she didn't like Scott, and then I was supposed to, if I was a girl, I was supposed to be Amber. Obviously, I only have a vagina, so
Yep, and that's not enough these days.
yeah, it's not.
You need more than a vagina to be a girl.
No, you do. You need lots.
Yeah. You need ovaries.
Yeah. What else do you need?
That's about it. I think. Is that? You need
I don't know enough about transgender people.
throw tantrums.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
JK.
Yeah.
Okay, so because
Were you
I
were you
remember-
named after? Is there a
I was named
specific
after
Louis?
my great grandpa on my dad's side.
Okay, fine. That makes sense.
But they also, so my second name's Jack. I think my parents wanted to call me Jack. They wanted to
Jack
call me
Pollock.
Gabriel, which I'm glad they didn't. It's too Jewish.
Gabriel Pollock sounds. It's kind of like an artist name as well.
Yeah,
I
but
think
it's
your
too
name is
pretentious.
basically artisty. Pollock makes the artistic part. And then
Yeah, I
kind
guess.
of your first name is. Yeah. Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, what were you gonna say? My first name is what?
Well, it's almost like it's like because Pollock, like there's Jackson Pollock, right?
Mm.
So then it's obviously is it spelled the same or different? It's
No.
different.
Oh, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Mine's Pollick.
yeah. But Pollock is a like nice name. So then
Yeah.
I think like any first name before sounds artistic.
Yeah, but I think Gabriel Pollock sounds too pretentious.
What,
For
would
me.
you be worried if you went up on stage as Gabriel Pollock?
I think I would not have become a comedian.
What would you have become?
I think
instead?
that your name affects what you become.
Okay. Give me an example.
Like
So Barack Obama wasn't
Barack. If he
Good
was
stuff.
Travis Obama, you think he
Yeah.
would still be president?
He might be
President.
head of a union, but maybe
Yeah,
not
he might be head
president.
of a union,
Yeah.
but not president.
Yeah, be like the really cool head of, I don't know.
What if he was
taxi-
Shaquan
Shaquan?
Obama?
I don't think the American people could have done
Yeah.
a name that black that early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or late, some might say.
Yeah.
Elliot, so what do you think you'd be like if your name was Scott? What was it? Scott Walker Dallas.
think
Bro,
so. Yeah.
you would literally be a country music singer.
Oh, I think I just would have been some other random boring bloke in the
Yeah.
street, probably.
Walker. I feel like Walker's kind of is a fairly common surname here in the UK.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think I've only met one or two. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'd be.
Okay, what did you always like your name growing up?
Yeah, I've not had like I like my name. I guess.
Mm.
Everyone. Most people that I've spoken to said it's a nice name.
Yeah, it's a good name, Elliot.
Or
It's quite
when I've done stand-up.
regal, actually.
What does regal mean? I don't know.
Like
what regal
royal.
Means.
That's the theme on this podcast.
Okay, is it?
Yeah, maybe.
Are you trying to make
2
it a
episodes?
theme?
Yeah. I'm trying to get there before anyone else is like, "Hey, that's a theme." You keep saying that. I want to preempt that.
You're just immediately. These are the themes.
Yeah. Fan questions.
Fan questions.
Royalty.
Royal.
Elliot. Well, it's quite, maybe regal's the wrong word. It's quite period, like as in a period, period piece.
Yeah, blood.
Not like, not the perfectly normal thing that women go through.
Yeah.
Why did I say it like that? Period piece. It just sounds like the name of like someone in Pride and Prejudice. Elliot.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fucking Baron Elliot.
Yeah, but yeah,
De Glanville.
Gabriel Pollock sounds.
Gabriel's too Jewish. It's not. He's not a baron.
But you'd be a cool character in Pride and Prejudice. Maybe you'd be like the love affair.
Yes.
You'd be. I don't know what
the swashbuckling love affair.
Swashbuckling.
I don't know. That's not the right word.
I don't know what pirate means.
Maybe that's a pirate. I think that's a pirate.
Yeah, maybe you'd be. Yeah, you'd be the. I don't know. Yeah, you'd be the fling.
The fling. Yeah.
You'd be.
Who's like pretty passionate.
Yeah.
But it doesn't last.
Yeah.
And also, eventually, she comes to her senses, and she's like, "But Elliot de Glanville is a good man."
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah. No, I reckon Gabriel Pollock would be an interesting character. I reckon
would be for sure. I mean, that was my name. I think I'd be so super cool, actually.
I'd be. Really I reckon you would have sex more out of a result.
Bro, you don't even know how much sex I'm having, but that's true. Yes.
I'm not assuming you don't have lots of sex.
No.
You have more.
More. Yeah. But I have loads. I don't. But we'll cut that. But the point is, no, we will. I just like saying we'll cut that. Yes, I definitely would, and I would wear baggy trousers, and I'd be like
popular at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
And I'd be, even though I'd come from the same background as I do now, I would seem like I'm way more privileged than I do now.
Yeah. How privileged do you think you come across now?
I don't think I come across as privileged as I could.
As you could. What would you do?
If my name was Gabriel.
Okay, fine, I see.
Yeah.
What could you do as Louis?
I would just... Oh, as Louis?
What could you do to come across as more privileged?
Just speak into the mic, sorry.
What would you do to come across as more privileged?
Privileged now?
Yeah.
I think I would speak a lot slower.
Yeah. You already speak slow-ish.
I know, I do. But I would speak slow and I wouldn't smile as much.
Yeah, fine.
Just be like, yeah, you're going to go to the new Nike launch? I am. I will have VIP invitation. Yeah, totally. We should go to the new Nike launch.
Okay, so you'd become a condescending lady.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Anyway, okay, next question. So, were you raised in India or were you raised here?
Here. I've never been to India.
What have you got against India?
Lots of things.
Like?
Indian people are quite annoying. Cut that. No.
For context, you have no Indian descent.
No, I don't. I have never met an Indian person in my life.
Yeah.
I hate Slough.
That's a good joke.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense without context, though.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I guess not. But some people know that Slough has a big Indian population.
I think so, maybe.
Yeah. We hope. Otherwise, we just fucked it.
Fine.
Yeah.
No, I've never been. We've never been. Yeah, I think because my nan came in the 60s from Punjab, and then she never went back. But I think it's been so long that it became like a bigger thing over time. So like return, like I guess going back to visit, it's become like this big mental thing in her brain. And now she's not really mobile, so we can't really. She wouldn't be able to navigate India anymore.
And your mom, does she feel any is it on your mom's side? Your nan and your mom's side?
Well, yeah, my nan and then my mum, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, does your mom feel any inclination to go or not really?
She went. Sorry, I haven't been. My mum and my uncle went when they were kids. I think like when my mum was like 15 or something, and he was 12, 13 or whatever. No, 11. He would have been 11. But he didn't like it, and I don't think they went back after. Yeah. I don't know why they didn't go again. But I never been. I'd like to go where she grew up and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you obviously.
I've been a couple times. I've been to where you grew up.
Yeah.
I mean, where your mom grew up.
Okay, fine. Hey, Sally's house.
Yeah.
I know that place.
I went all around. I was like, hey, I'm Elliot's friend. He doesn't want to be here. Yeah. Okay.
Did your grandparents grow up in South Africa as well?
My grandparents. So.
Did they ever emigrate? Or did they emigrate to South Africa? Or they stayed? Were they from there?
So my dad's side, obviously my dad's English, so no grandparents in South Africa on that side. My mom's side, she was born in South Africa to English parents.
Okay.
My mom.
Yeah.
And then put up for adoption and adopted by South Africans.
Oh, okay.
So
Does
on my mom's side, yes.
Her adopted parents?
She met her mom, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, and they formed a relationship.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
It's nice though.
Yeah, very.
Genuinely
super.
Nice.
I stayed with her a lot when I first moved here.
Oh, she lives here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. She lived in Salisbury.
Okay, nice. Fine.
Yeah. Good neighborhood. Nice place. Good neighborhood. Don't know why that feels weird, but she was, went to Stonehenge when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fucking pissed on it.
Okay.
No, I didn't. Fuck you, Stonehenge.
Look at these rocks.
Yeah, these fucking rocks.
Look at my
man.
dick.
Yeah, dude. We got rocks in South Africa. Okay, so we're almost done with the
With the podcast.
No. Yeah, with the podcast. With the fan questions. Okay. So you teach maths. Okay, next question.
It'd be funny if you're just like, yes.
Yeah.
Next question. Yes.
Oh yeah, is it fine that this goes out on the internet? I've meant to ask you that already.
Let's see how it does first, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like, because if there's anything you want to cut out, we can just cut it out. We'll probably cut out this part because it's boring.
We should just cut the whole thing. That'll be it.
No. What, are you serious?
No, I'm taking it.
Okay. Okay. Can you do the whole 7 times table, please?
The whole 7 times table. You mean this?
Into infinity.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Can you do it into can you 12? Can you do it to 12? What are you doing with the mic?
It feels nice on my beard.
Yeah, but I now have to spray that down with my special spray.
But my face is clean.
Okay, it better be clean, dude. I'm gonna put that under microscope later.
Do you actually want me to do the 7 times tables?
No, I just wanted to know that you can.
Yeah, of course I can.
Okay, 8 times table.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any times tables which is your worst?
I would say 14 onwards.
Whoo! Why are they even doing that? Isn't it after 11? You're like, that's it?
I
or
think
12?
For whatever reason, I think they encourage you to learn from 1 to 12.
Yeah.
Like they do, basically 12 times 12 being the highest times table you
144.
learn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But as in, they ask you, they basically get you to remember your squares, and then that's kind of it as the highest order of it.
Uh-huh.
After, like, if I asked you to say what's 13 times 17, that would take you longer. It's not immediate.
Yeah. We're gonna cut. I'm gonna say the answer, but it's fine.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah. I know what you mean. It's not. You can't.
It's not
recall.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just want you to have the recall stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
What ages do you teach?
Teenagers, so 11 to 16.
What is the subject that they struggle with the most?
Maths probably. Yeah.
I thought you just teach them maths.
No, I do, but as in that is.
Sorry. I mean, within maths, what is the
Oh, you're talking about the topic?
topic? Yeah.
They
just struggle
all
with
of
my whole
that
thing.
still.
Yeah.
It depends on what they're, if they're higher a foundation, but they always get like, if they're a lower set, it's usually like negative numbers. They like kids.
Right.
Kids really don't understand it.
That's so funny.
Fucking
idiots.
They get like I think trigonometry. They get scared about it because it looks big,
Yeah.
and like to an extent it is, but
Is trig is that working out the
either work out,
the triangle
it's right. It's with triangles,
yeah.
but it's usually working out a missing angle or side.
Yes. The how many degrees it is or whatever.
You don't know shit, do you?
I do know shit, dude. How many degrees it is? That is what it is it?
Yeah, but as in you're just saying words because
I'm saying what trigonometry is. I couldn't do it, but I know what it is. Isn't that right? Or is that not right?
Well, that doesn't make sense. If you know what it is, you can't. Well, sorry.
I know what it's about.
Well,
bro, you're the worst math teacher. You're so negative to me.
no, I'm not. You're just saying stuff.
Is that how you get your kids? You neg them?
No, I've got to be very positive with them.
Okay. Does that take a toll on you?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm like, sometimes. Have you ever seen the episode of where Mr. Burns is nice to people and then he starts dying? I sometimes feel like that.
Yeah. So explain trigonometry then to us, because I need to know now.
I'm gonna not explain it. I think it's the idea. I don't know actually. If I'm honest, I know how to do it. I don't understand it.
Cut to something. We're gonna cut to something.
Cut to SpongeBob.
Yeah. Would you cut to SpongeBob doing this or something?
I don't know I don't actually know what the reason why we do it. I should know that. All right.
What the fuck, dude? You're like attack me for you're just saying stuff. You gotta be able to say some stuff.
I don't know shit.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna actually, because I usually say this. I'm saying I'm gonna edit stuff in, and then I don't. I'm gonna edit in a little thing about trigonometry.
What trigonometry is?
Yes. Because we might have some listeners who are
going to caption the podcast as being like, Elliot doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Like Louis learns stuff. Not today though.
Yeah, not from Elliot.
Not from this guy.
Okay. This is not a good one to go to. Okay. How tall are you?
Hold on. 5'4".
Okay, 5'4". Did you ever consider wearing those elevated shoes? I say that because I have considered that.
Have you? You're not short though.
Yeah, but I'm not tall though. I know it's all relative, really, but
You're medium height.
I'm medium. Yeah, I'm average.
Yeah. I had do you ever had the Nike Air Max, like the bubble ones?
I didn't have them, but I wanted them. Yeah.
Yeah, I had them when I was younger, but because they're like 2 inches
Yeah.
on the sole, but no, I actually was never like concerned about. This is the thing, right? I've not really ever been that insecure about my height, but the rest of the world loves to take the piss out of it.
Yes.
They're like, "Oh, you fucking midget."
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna scratch out some of these questions. Okay.
Yeah, because I've
Yeah.
had loads of people. They'll like rest their arm on my shoulder
Uh-huh.
as like an armrest,
Uh-huh.
like, and
It's an armrest.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's annoying.
Uh-huh.
But I think that'd be disrespectful regardless of your height.
Yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, it'd be quite hard if someone was really tall. You
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to get. You'd be like,
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I just want to rest up.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's annoying sometimes. You know what's annoying? When someone does, when you like, someone's acting out a story, and then they use you to do the part where like someone grabbed someone, and then they were like this, and then they grab you,
Have
and
you
they
had
like
that happen?
fucking shake you or something. Huh?
Have people just shook you as have they just treated you like an object, basically?
Well, yeah, they treated me as like an
story.
object within their story that they're telling
Yeah.
right now. And I'm like, this story isn't even that good.
Yeah. What if you'd be okay with it if the story was engaging?
I'd be okay with it. Yeah, if I played a character in the story, if they
Okay.
were like, "You be so and so," then
So
I could.
you want a heads
I
up.
want some expression.
So it's like you want directions, basically.
Yeah.
Come in
No,
now.
no, not directions. I want if they're telling a story,
Yeah.
they'd be like, "You're a character." I want freedom of expression.
So you want to play. You want a role, basically.
I want to
You
roll.
want to play. You want some.
Don't use me as a fucking.
You don't want to be a static part of the story.
Well, don't you feel like you get like if someone's say they're telling a story and they're like, I just saw the most shocking thing on the tube, right? And they're like, this man was shaking this lady, and then they turn to you and they shake you. You get some of the trauma.
Yeah,
Don't
but
you
why
think?
would they shake you?
'Cause they're like, this is what the man was doing.
But it seems like the person and the person telling a story just doesn't know how to tell a story. They're like they were shaking it,
Yeah,
shaking.
yeah,
As
that is
in-
part of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As in,
Yeah.
like they're just not good at telling stories.
Or they just think that everyone needs like a visualization.
yeah, they need every action.
And it's also like, hey, I'm also listening to the story.
Yeah.
Why can't you? I don't want to be the one. I can't concentrate on the short story. I'm fucking
So
shaking.
What if they were like the person next to me was nodding? They're like, Louis, not.
Yeah,
yeah,
like that.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. That's just one thing that's annoying me at the moment. Or that I thought was annoying. Okay. How old are you?
29.
How come you look so young?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm joking.
Don't know.
I'm joking. That's a weird way to react. Yeah, fair. Did you always look younger than your age, do you think?
Probably. Again, I think that's just. I guess my face hasn't matured at the same rate as. What's the word?
Your rest of your body.
No, I
your
mean as
dick
in
and stuff.
like if you pictured what I don't know a random 29-year-old would look like.
Yes.
I don't think my face aligns with that much like maturation.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. The other day I met this couple, and the lady asked me like, "Oh, how old are you?" And I was like, 32. She's
Yeah.
like, "Wow, your skin is so good."
Yeah.
She points at her boyfriend. She's like, "Him too. He has the best skin. He's 32 too." I'm like, "He looks 45. This guy looks fucking old,
Yeah,
dude."
so she was trying to be nice to him, but she was being
Yeah.
genuine to you.
Yeah, or something, or else.
Or she was insulting you.
No, I think she it seemed genuine that she thought this
Okay,
about
fine.
him, and I was like,
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
anyways, yeah.
How
what-
old do
sorry, what were you
people
saying?
think you are?
Well, the other day someone guessed my age exactly.
'Cause I would say I'd say late 20s.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
say late 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think that's just because your immaturity most of the time.
Next question. Yes, but I can't look you in the eye, dude, because of that mean remark. But what is this thing on your neck?
Oh, tracheostomy.
Or is that for your heart?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that?
What is a tracheostomy?
Yeah.
It's like a tube that goes in your it's basically to try to support your breathing if you can't breathe through your mouth for a bit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Did you ever have, was there ever a chance that you get one of those little voice boxes in
I had one for a bit, yeah.
Did you really? How old were you?
I was 14, 15.
Did you only talk out of your voice box?
Well, it's not like a voice, it's not like a box. It's like they put like, so it's kind of like a it's like you've got the tube already, and they put like a, from what I remember anyway, it's like a lid almost on the on it.
Uh-huh.
So it kind of you're not blocking the air, but you're like filtering the air going
Yeah.
in, so it creates like a sound barrier maybe.
Ah.
That sounds believable, but I don't think any of that is true.
Okay.
Or I don't think any of that is how it actually works.
Okay.
But yeah, you're like, how long?
No, I'm checking
Oh, but yeah.
if it's recording. So it didn't change the sound of your voice, or did it?
No, I think it did. Yeah,
You
'cause
think?
I had it when I was 14, so I was going through puberty. So I think it did change a bit.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But it wasn't like robot voice, wasn't it?
No.
Hello.
Do you know what I did? Do you know what I did once? I did a roast battle against Ed Mulvey, and halfway through the show, he's like, your voice isn't supposed to sound like that.
Really?
No, as in he's like, that's your like it was within the jokes. It was very funny,
Yeah.
but like it was like it unlocked a new insecurity for like about 2 seconds. I was like, what?
How is my voice supposed to sound?
That's what I mean. I was like, I don't know, but
You do have kind of an unusual voice, I'd say.
do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where did you grow up?
Staines. Do you know where Staines is? Do you know where Heathrow is?
Yes.
Next to Staines. That's
Okay.
sorry, next to Heathrow.
Do you have that kind of accent, do you think?
I don't know if there is a Staines accent.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um
I imagine there is, but I don't recognise it.
so is it hard to have the combination of being quite short and have a huge penis?
No, it's not hard because I only have one of those things.
Confused. Okay. We'll cut to an advert now. Okay. Well, anyways, let's just get comfortable because these questions are done. If you guys know how it works, if you have questions, send them in. They don't know who the guests are.
Yeah, exactly. Like they just send random questions.
Yeah, just send questions in. I'll try and fit them to guests.
Whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be about anything. It could be philosophical questions. Send them in to wherever you think is the best place to send them. Hopefully, I'll find them there. So,
Do you have,
Elliot
like, a mailing
D.
list?
No.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but also I don't want people mailing.
Yeah, fair.
But it would be cool actually to have a mailing list at some point. Yeah. If there's someone who wants to edit this, I kind of like editing it. Doesn't matter. Elliot, how you doing? Good day. Good transition. Sorry, I keep looking at the camera. How are you though?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah?
I don't really.
What's
I never
happening?
know how to answer that question.
Okay. What you been up to?
I went to Norfolk
Oh yeah.
on the weekend with my friends I haven't seen in a while.
Uh-huh.
That was nice. I went with my old flatmate I haven't seen in a long time. And he's very nice, but he snored the whole.
What's his name? Shout him out.
His name's Francis. He's a very nice man.
Yeah.
He's very noisy.
He's a
Snorer.
snorer.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you get through snoring?
I sleep through most things.
Yeah.
As in, he woke me up this morning, and then I was like, I just was awake for most of the time, and then
Right.
fell back asleep.
Uh-huh.
When he woke up, I fell back asleep because he wasn't snoring.
Yeah. Can you emulate this kind of snoring? Because there's different kinds, right?
It sounded like a fart, like a loud fart.
Wow.
Consistently.
Can you do it? Can you do impressions?
I don't know. Had to say, I don't know. It's not
Like
yeah,
that?
that's probably better. But like, imagine like not louder and more nasally.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's difficult to do.
yeah.
Something like that.
And it sounded like at points he was choking on his own snore.
Yeah. Probably is. Got so much sinus in him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you do? Did you consider like?
Death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose death though?
Both of ours.
Like a
Murder suicide.
murder suicide because of snoring. Pretty romantic.
Yeah.
Did you hit him or anything? Did you
Yeah,
say, Francis? Come on, shut up there.
No, I think if somebody's deep sleep, just let them do their thing. It's fine.
Yeah. Did you tell him in the morning?
Yeah, I did, but I was cranky. He set an alarm for me. Like I went to sleep and they were all awake talking about whatever, and then they set
In the
an
same
alarm.
room as you?
Yeah, because I was sleeping in the living room.
Yeah.
and then they came down, and they were all ready to go, and obviously I needed to be here, so they were like, Elliot, and I was like, in a minute, and they put an alarm on, and I remember being annoyed that I was like, you could just tell me to wake up, you need to go, but they put an alarm on for me,
Right.
and
They wanted to.
they were being considerate.
Yeah,
I
that's.
just,
But all. Yeah, it's like. But yeah, if your roles were reversed, like telling someone to wake up and then they go back to sleep, and then you'd like you go wake up, they go back to sleep,
yeah.
and then when you do wake up, you go, why didn't you wake me?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm just quite cranky in the morning.
You are.
anyway.
Yeah, you're a cranky guy.
Yeah.
Crank man. I'm cranky, dude. I'm a prankster.
Uh,
Well, I don't show it, but I get cranky. But I
Yeah,
do
I
show
think-
it occasionally. Yeah.
I don't think, yeah, you're pretty chill most of the time. I don't think
Yeah.
I've seen you angry before.
Yeah.
I've heard stories around the scene or about like, have you heard about Louis' behaviour? And I'm like, yeah, no, I have, but
Tell me.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
I'm like, shit.
You're like,
I've
"Oh."
definitely got angry at hecklers before.
Have you?
It's boring stories, but
Okay.
yeah, occasionally I just go like,
Yeah.
just lose it.
I remember walking out at South Ken once. I think I was having a meltdown, and my set was, I was just doing badly. I think that was basically it.
Mm.
And then instead of being mature and respectful, and just being like, yeah, no, I'm not doing well. It's got nothing to do with the audience. I was just like, you guys suck. Just fucking go.
Fucking go.
I think half of the audience walked out.
Oh my God. That's great.
And then Mustafa was emceeing, and he was really sweet about it. But he was like, bro, man, what are you doing?
Fucking go.
He was really nice as well. He
Yeah.
he could tell that I was like just having a bad time,
Yeah.
so he didn't tell me off. But like, I think if it was any other person, they would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
We've got another rest of the show to do."
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
walked out half the audience.
When was this?
This is maybe 4 years ago.
Okay, a while ago.
4 or 5 years ago.
That is very funny.
Have you ever walked out? That's the only time I think I've done it.
Not intentionally.
Yeah.
I haven't been like, get the fuck out of here.
That was just me being a bitch. That was just me being
Yeah.
whiny,
Yeah.
insecure person.
That's funny though. That is what happens though when the set is going bad, and especially if you're in a bad place,
Yeah.
you just like, you're like, fuck you guys. You guys are assholes. You're making things worse. I hate you. You are the problem. You're the reason why I feel depressed. Yeah, damn. Okay. So you went to Norfolk.
Yeah.
Did you take the train?
No, my friend Nicole drove us up, which was nice.
Nice.
Very nice as well. What did you do this weekend?
What did I do? I've been playing Manor Lord.
Yeah, you showed me.
Yeah, pretty cool game. Editing another part. What did I do? I've not had a very fruitful weekend. I've had quite a
Bank holiday weekend. You're allowed to chill.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
Thanks, ma'am. Yeah, I went to Zoe and Katie and Josh's birthday.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. You were supposed to be there, I think.
I was away.
Where were you?
Norfolk. Yeah.
Where the fuck were you, dude?
I went to a special. I saw it.
Yeah, I'm saying I saw you there.
And then
Yeah,
you
that was
left.
nice. It was good to. Yeah, I
Yeah.
left. I was hosting.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah, to run. It was nice to see everybody. It was too loud at the
Okay.
place.
Yeah.
It was upstairs at Booba, I think it's called, in Angel or
Booba.
Booba.
I don't know what that is.
I thought it when I saw it on the thing. I don't know if that's the right name, but I thought it was like a boba tea place.
Oh, okay. That would
I
have
was
been cool.
like, yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I was so down for that. I was like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be mellow. We can have boba tea,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. It was more like a brunch
Oh, okay, fine.
place, and it was too loud, but it was nice. Yeah, I feel I owe the government money. That's news with me at the
Why?
moment, because during COVID, I was getting housing benefit,
Oh, you have to pay back the housing benefit.
They were like a
Are
year
they
and a half
claiming
later.
it back now?
Huh?
Are they trying to claim it back from
They're
people?
trying to claim it back.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're not everybody.
Why you specifically?
They hate me.
It has to be some sort of
No, there's a reason. Yeah.
yeah.
No, so like a year and a half later, they sent me an email and they were like, we got housing benefit. Well, we want that money back now.
But
was
why
like,
you
well, why?
specifically?
Because they said that I was staying in hostels,
Yes.
and they said it didn't qualify as temporary accommodation.
Okay.
And I disputed it a couple of years ago
Yeah.
because at the time I gave them all the information and they approved my
Yeah.
my application, and the hostels were operating as temporary accommodation.
So they changed moved the goalposts? Is that
It feels a bit like they moved the goalposts.
Yeah.
And they changed them from football goalposts to rugby.
Yeah.
And I'm like, usually I like rugby,
Yeah, but not today.
but not today.
Yeah.
It's a confusing analogy, but I think it holds up.
Yeah.
But so anyways, a couple of years ago they came at me. They said you owe 10 grand. No,
10
not 10
grand.
grand. 10,000. Yes, 10
Yeah,
grand.
same thing. Wait, yeah, 10 grand. No, 10,000. No.
Yeah. 10.
Just different ways of saying 10 grand.
Yeah, okay. You are a maths teacher
Yeah,
after
I
all,
know.
dude. You win this math round, you fuck. And I disputed it, and then I thought it went away because they stopped sending me letters, and also because I was an idiot and deluded myself into thinking that it had gone away when it hadn't.
Yeah.
And then I got some more letters a couple of months ago, and they said they're gonna take money from my salary. They're gonna go to my job and take money from my salary. So then I appealed again.
How do you know it's the government?
Huh?
How do you know it's the government?
What do you
As
mean?
in, how do you know it's a
I'm not
legit
being
thing?
scammed.
Yes.
Because it's all through universal credit, and it's all pretty obvious. It's not.
Are there other people that were in
Yeah. I know a few
accommodation?
people who, not temporary accommodation. I don't know, but
Or hostels
but
and
other stuff. But like getting universal credit, some people's claims have been since then, and it's just great. It's crazy to be like, yo, you owe 10 grand. You used to be on I used to be on universal credit. Where the fuck do you think I got 10 grand?
10 grand. That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. But anyways, so then I've appealed again. There's another stage of appeal. that I've done that now, and I had to I don't know if this is boring. Is this boring? We can delete it if it's boring. But I had to call them because you still have to make payments. You have to set up a payment plan. Otherwise, they send debt collectors. I'm like, what are you gonna collect? Like, what?
What do I have?
What do I have? Exactly. They'll take my laptop. That would be pretty sad. But I mean, that's about it. Take my camera. Nothing.
What about like the sofa?
Yeah, you could take both the sofas. Fucking take the sofas. Take the sofas that are in the garden. We're trying to get rid of those sofas. I'll be like, the ones in the garden. Those are my most prized possession.
You just like take that. Take that. I don't really like that guy, so you can take him.
Yeah. Even though even though it looks like they've been left out there to rot, those are pretty valuable sofas.
Yeah. They're from Habitat
They're from Habitat.
when they were around.
Yeah. So anyways, I had to call and negotiate how much I'm going to pay.
Yeah.
And I thought that I had to pay a lot. And they were like, yeah, what do you want to pay? And I was like, what's the least?
What's
the
least amount of money I can pay per
Yeah.
month?
And they were like, no, you say what's affordable for you? And I said £10 a month.
Yeah. And if you already,
And they were like, yeah, go ahead.
oh, nice.
And then which by the way is going to take 100 years for me
Yeah,
to pay off.
exactly. It. Yeah, that's
Quick
what I'm
maths.
saying. Whatever. There's such a dumb payment plan structure. They should have a minimum amount,
Yeah.
not just up to the client.
But it just shows that the whole thing is fucking bullshit.
yeah, I pay 1 pence a day, 1 pence a month.
So stupid. So then we start talking about like what time of year, like what time of the month it's going to be and all that stuff. And then I'm like, hey, can I actually make it 5? And she's like, no.
You're struggling 1 month. You're like,
Yeah.
I don't have £10.
Yeah.
I spend it.
Yeah. She's like, no, we agreed on 10.
Yeah.
It's like, damn it.
Yeah, this all seems very shady.
It's
from their
pretty
point
shady.
from their point of view. It seems,
But also, yeah, my whole in appealing, my whole thing is like, why am I liable? Your fucking agent approved this. I wouldn't have taken this if I thought it was a loan.
in being considerate of you, they've
Yeah.
screwed themselves over.
And also,
That's quite funny.
but also, yeah, it's supposed to be like a support. It's supposed to be for like vulnerable
Yeah.
people, of
Yeah.
which I'm one. I don't want anyone copying the. It is funny also that I've lived here for 5 years and I already owe the government 10 grand.
Yeah.
But also like, yeah, it's supposed to be for vulnerable people. Like,
Is it like
don't fuck us over.
Was it a COVID thing?
Yeah, it was COVID. Yeah.
Fine.
So I think everything was like backed up, and they were
Yes.
approving a lot of things that they probably shouldn't have.
Is there anything else you owe? Like, were there any like loans you took out
No.
during the
But you'd
time?
be like, have you done your taxes? I'm like,
No,
I haven't done
know,
those,
dude.
Elliot.
I don't know.
Elliot.
I was lucky. During COVID, my flat fell apart. So like it fell apart in like end of February. So then I just didn't pay. I just lived with I lived at my now mum's husband's house for a few months during COVID.
Your flat just fell apart. What do you mean by that?
As in
What do you
mean? I used to live with Luke, and then
yeah.
and the
Oh yes, I remember this.
and the
Say that. Yeah.
the bar. So basically, the bathroom is leaking, and then what? So he lived in like a room like this, basically.
Yeah.
Probably about the same size actually.
Yeah.
And his room was directly below the bathroom, and then one day the bathroom, like one evening, I think too much water had accumulated, and he basically like it started raining in his room, and he was like, "Fuck this, I'm leaving."
Yeah.
So I came downstairs in the morning, and he pushed everything to the sides of the room, and he moved out very quickly. And then my other flatmate Truman left as well because he was like upset with the quality of the flat. Then I stayed because I didn't have anywhere to live, so I was like, I just need to figure it out. And then my landlord, Mr. Roy, who was very nice to my. Like, have you ever met somebody who's very nice to your face, but then really very rude over email, any sort of correspondence?
That's the landlord's way.
Yeah,
They learned that at landlord school.
nice to face, rude behind the back.
It's like it's like a yin and yang kind of.
Yeah, it was weird because I still think he's quite a nice man, but I don't know how to reconcile those two thoughts. But he wouldn't. He was like, oh, you can. He was like, yeah, fine, you can stay for a bit, and I was like, thank you. And I thought it would just be me in the flat the whole time, but he sent a cowboy builder. His name is Fernando. Do you know what a cowboy builder is?
No.
Basically, just like a guy, just a guy that says he can fix things, but has no understanding or qualification to do it.
The Wild West in terms of building.
And he didn't fix anything. He just painted over the damp. So he just would, he got rid of all of the furnishing and then just painted the rooms, and tried to fix the bathroom and stuff. But it happened twice, but basically he would come over. I'd come back from work or after a gig or something, and he would be having sex with a prostitute in Truman's room.
Cowboy.
Well, the first time I didn't know what was happening. So because I was like, the door was locked and I could hear it was like 10:30 in the evening.
In whose room was he? Just in one of the room.
So it was Luke's room was like this room, and then my room and Truman's room were upstairs.
Yeah.
And then Truman's room was behind my room. I remember hearing a sound like someone's around or whatever, and I was worried that somebody had broken into the flat.
Uh-huh.
But then I went downstairs, no one was there, and then I opened Truman's door, and all I could see was like Fernando sort of standing. He was none of them were naked, but the lady was like sort of splayed across the bed, and then he was sort of standing by the window, kind of like Batman.
Well, like looking out.
Yeah.
Like thinking about his life choices.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But then I asked him to leave, and then I was a bit confused. I was like, why is this random lady here? Why are you here now of all times?
Yeah.
Imagine just having some random dude. Imagine there's some.
So he didn't live there at all.
No.
He was just a cowboy builder.
Imagine if
brought
someone's
hookers
here
in.
to come and fix some things, and you're like, you kind of, as a flat share, you know that somebody is going to be in the house between 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the daytime, and they're just like, oh, hey man, what are you still doing here?
There's a random lady on the bed.
Yeah, but
It's
that
quite
happened
a cool
twice.
move.
Oh, dude, it's not.
No, I mean it's a horrible move to be on the other side of.
Yeah,
There's
I didn't
some
like it.
part of me that I'm like, that's fucking wild.
He did it twice. I told Mr. Roy, and I was like, I didn't
Mr.
like.
Roy.
I told him, I was like, he brought this lady here.
Mr. Roy is hilarious.
And then he didn't give it because he was like,
Mr. Roy, I'm telling you, this cowboy constructor,
yeah.
cowboy builder is fucking a prostitute.
I think I basically told him that exactly. I was like,
Okay, let's do a scene. I'm Fernando,
yeah,
and you.
yeah.
What would you say to me? Hello, mister.
I don't know. He was
For like cathartic. Where's he from? Sorry, yeah.
I think he was Spanish, but I don't
Hello.
know.
Hello, senor.
He wasn't that. He was like kind of gravelly.
Hello, senor.
He was,
I brought 2 ladies. Don't like that. I brought 2 ladies.
He's only brought one lady.
I brought the one lady twice.
He brought one lady. He brought 2 different women. Sorry, he brought one woman one time and then a different lady a different time.
That's what I say the first time.
Sorry.
I brought 2 different ladies, one occasion on the different occasion.
I think on the first time I told
We're
him.
doing a scene,
Oh,
man.
sorry.
Come on, get in the scene.
Fernando, can you stop bringing?
Look at me in the face.
Fernando, stop having sex in my flat.
Okay, that's all you needed to say. I was just testing you, buddy. I do this
but
every flat.
Yeah, you're nice, Fernando, though. He didn't have any self-awareness.
Okay, 1 second. What are you talking about? I don't bring a single lady here. What are you talking about? You live in this flat? I construct this flat.
Why is it slightly Russian?
I don't know.
You don't
Not
know
on purpose.
Spanish? Yeah.
Yeah. I made... fuck, now I'm going full Russian. Senor, I painted the flat.
Yeah.
I painted the
No,
flat.
he did. He got upset. Do you know what he would do as well? He would put he would like try and clean the flat, and then he would like wet everything with a shower, and then to keep the room dry, he'd order a pizza, and then he'd use the pizza box to like mop up the damp. So like you'd walk into the shower and there'd be like 7 or 8 like Domino's pizza.
I love this
things.
guy, dude.
Such a dick.
The pizza box, it works better, Mr.
That was
Elliot.
it. I once had a shower one day, and then he came in to do some work, and he stood on the shower and slipped, and then he blamed it on me. And I was like, "Oh, you stood on the shower," and he's like, "But I hurt my back." I was like, "I don't give a shit, dude. Honestly, fuck off."
Oh man, the image of you two arguing is also great.
He was also he was shorter than me. He
I
was
can imagine.
He was like 5 foot. He was like 5 foot, kind
Oh
of
my
grey, like olive skinned, just
Bro, and he did
smoked
the
all
pizza
the time.
box thing is hilarious.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
and then
I come up with this great idea.
that was it. That
to
was
make the the room dry. I just ordered pizzas, man. It's kill 2 birds, 1
Yeah.
stone, 2 pollos.
yeah.
Una.
2 boils, chicken. Isn't
Yeah, I don't know how to say bird.
it? Yeah.
You know how to say bird?
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
Boil this guy.
Pollo de
Blue boil.
the blue. What's blue? Surely we know blue.
I don't know.
Fuck.
Aqua.
Ag-
Agua.
Agua, yeah, I think so.
Is it? But
Well, that's water, but I think it's
But water is blue. I don't know.
pollo de clouds. Essay, you've had some bad landlords, eh? And some bad experiences with cowboy builders.
What's it like here? It's not landlord, is it?
No, it's guardianship. Guardianship. What the fuck can I say about guardianship? It's okay. It's a bit weird at some aspects because they come and do inspections and they can knock on the door. You'd be in bed.
Oh,
And
really?
Like, we're gonna come and do the inspection.
Do they not give you notice?
They do, but you don't.
You don't care.
You don't check your emails, dude. If you live in one of these places, you don't check your emails. That's part of the deal.
They knock on the door like, we're also deck to collect. And you're like, not now.
Not now. I'm in bed. Jokes, I don't have a bed. I'm just on the floor.
On a bed of money.
Yeah. No money. I'm just lying here and yeah, it's cool. This is definitely the best gardenship I've stayed in.
You've done before?
Yeah.
Okay,
I actually only stayed in one, but I've been to viewings a lot.
Yes, fine. Okay.
And this is by far the best. Sorry, anyone else in a guardianship? Yours are worse. Yeah, it's all right. What's the I mean, where I can't get a room like this and pay what I do in an area like this any other way. Yeah, it's pretty good. They can be quite run down, and then usually they're like bigger. Like we have 7 people, which is a lot of people to live with, but it can be 50. It could be hundreds in the same building. Yeah, usually the kitchen will be at like maybe 10 is the most people that will share one kitchen.
Yes,
That's
fine.
still a lot, but
Yeah.
But it usually has more of a dorm feeling. So this is quite nice because it has a bit of a dorm feeling, but we all get on. So
Yeah, that's good.
we're all friends. We're all friends. Don't know what that means.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. It is funny bringing people back here, ladies, because I never do it.
It is fun. It's a really real good time. I'm like, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, exactly. Always feel like I have to like explain it a little bit because it's like our names on the doors and.
Oh, I didn't see that when I came in.
And if it says if you take it off, then that's it. It's over.
That's cool.
But what is funny is they like so if we like like I've got my shoe rack outside my door and stuff, and if we leave stuff in the corridor, they'll send us a notice like, hey, you need to clear this. But then if you don't do it, they won't do anything because they just like they need us to be here. They need to have tenants. They can't be too
exactly
strict, which is funny. We never have parties here. Double wink, which means that we don't.
Yeah,
because if I winked once, then it would mean he's lying.
Yeah,
but I double winked.
No, I understand.
Yeah, you get it. You want to plug anything? I think this will come out in a week.
I don't have anything to plug.
Okay, you want to shout out? You want to give any message to the fans? Maybe there'll be 20-ish people who listen to this.
Nice to
maybe 3 will listen to the end.
Nice to meet you, Louis' mum. I hope you're having a nice day.
All right, guys, that's the episode. Give it up, Elliot D. We still don't know what the D stands for, but probably Dick. Bye.